If you like your Medicare plan, hate your Medicare plan, have a special enrollment period opening up, anything Medicare related, make sure to just jot this phone number down, write it down, take a picture, take a screenshot, 844-731-4987. This is for Chapter Medicare. That phone number will connect you with a trusted advisor from Chapter Medicare to get free one-on-one personalized Medicare help. And in the last year and a half after I partnered with them strategically to help those of you in this community completely for free, because I love free stuff, and I know a lot of you in this community also love free stuff just as much as I do. So we're bringing you free Medicare help, again, with that phone number. But anyway, in the last year and a half or so, thousands and thousands of you have already called them, collectively saving $3+ million, which is right back in your pocket, and that is so cool. Anyway, anything Medicare related, that's your one-stop shop. Again, thousands of you have already called. In fact, a bunch of you are calling every single day that phone number from this channel right here and getting that free Medicare help. Anyway, it's your best resource for you with anything Medicare related. All right, so what am I talking about here? Now, when I say this, there's going to be a number of people that say, this doesn't pertain to me. I don't need to watch anymore. Here's the deal. I'm not going to tell you how to spend your time. I would appreciate if you watch the video, and I think you would also value knowing this information, and here's why. Some of us get these letters. I've shared with you, previously in other videos. I got one of these letters last year, August 8th, 2025. I remember it like it was yesterday because it was not a fun day when I opened that letter from Social Security. Let's put this up on the screen right here, right now. Feel free to do the details on this. Here's what it is, okay? There's this new piece of legislation, and basically what this would do is it would restrict how far back Social Security can send out overpayment letters to beneficiaries, okay? Now, remember this much. As of right now, Social Security can look back and at any given point, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years ago, 2 years ago, if they overpaid a beneficiary, they could drop an overpayment letter in the mail and say, we overpaid you from 1992 to 1998, $7,000 or $20,000 or $80,000, and we want that money back. Oh, by the way, you need to pay us back in 30 days. Or something like that. And again, it could be whenever time frame. There's no restriction on it. They could send you an overpayment letter. And the point is on this, you don't get a warning that says, hey, hi, this is Social Security. We're going to be sending you an overpayment letter soon. So just be prepared. We're going to be requesting thousands of dollars back. They don't do that. They literally just send out the overpayment letter and say, we need this money back and we need it back right away. They give you 30 days to send it back. Now, let me just say this super fast here. I remember, let me just really briefly tell you this story. Again, last year, August 8th, 2025, I received an overpayment letter from Social Security. In fact, I shared the story about, maybe in September of last year or so. I shared the story of how it happened, but got an overpayment letter, opened it up, totally caught me off guard. They basically said, we overpaid you. They were requesting back $6,400. So it wasn't like a huge amount. Don't get me wrong. I'm not acting like $6,400 wasn't a lot. That was not a fun day paying that back, okay? I did eventually pay it back, but my point being is that it was not fun doing that. That overpayment letter was not cool opening it up. So anyway, I got one of these. Again, being very clear with you, I personally got an overpayment letter as an SSDI beneficiary, and they requested back a little under $6,400. And not a fun process, okay? So here's what this legislation would do. It would give Social Security basically a 10-year look-back period. So they could only look back 10 years. If an overpayment occurred further back than 10 years ago, they would not be able to send you an overpayment letter anymore, which is really cool, okay? I don't know if my overpayment letter said the year on it. I honestly don't recall. If it said the year in which they overpaid or however that went, I don't know. I don't think there was a date on it, but, maybe I could have been saved. Maybe it would have been further than 10 years ago. I'm not sure, but either way, that would have been really nice, or maybe a portion of it. I'm not really sure. But again, I just don't recall if there was a date or a time frame on it in which the overpayment occurred. But anyway, so that's what this would actually do. And again, I know some of you are thinking like, this doesn't matter. I've never received an overpayment letter yet. My response to that is yet. Okay, I'm not saying that you will. There's a very small percentage of beneficiaries that actually get an overpayment letter, but nobody knows that they're going to be arriving. They just spontaneously arrive in your mailbox. You're like, oh, I got a letter from Social Security. This is nice. It must be a check, right? until you realize it's actually an invoice that says, oh, you owe us all kinds of money because we overpaid you because it was our mistake, and now you owe us all this money back. Not a fun day, right? So anyway, the really cool piece of legislation. Now, I want to be 100% fair with you. Unlike all the other people here on YouTube, they have teleprompters and they read from screens and stuff like that. Those of you on this channel, you know this. I'm blind. If I had a teleprompter, which I don't, if I had one, I wouldn't be able to read it anyway because I honestly can't even see it. I don't remember the name of the legislation. I'm being 100% fair with you right now. Typically, I would, stop the video and like look back at, this article right here and be like, what's the name of it? And I'd refilm the video. At this point, I'm going to be fair. I don't remember the name. It says it in this article that I put up on the screen. I just honestly can't recall the name of it right now. I had it before I started this video, and I'm like drawing a total blank right now what the name of this thing is. So look on this article that I put up on the screen for you. It does say the name of it for you in there. What is it? Social Security Overpayment Relief Act, maybe? That could be it. Again, I could be off a couple words there. I think that's what I recall. Social Security Overpayment Relief Act. I'm going to go with that. It could be wrong. I'm just being fair with you, okay? So anyway, yeah, the joys of being blind and having to memorize all of this before I start these videos and sometimes messing up. But here's me messing up and not being able to recall the name of the legislation on the fly here as I make this video, just being raw with you right now, okay? So anyway, but I appreciate you watching and sticking around for this. But yeah, just be on the radar and just, this is something that'll be really good for a lot of beneficiaries. Even though you might be thinking, this will never affect me. You don't know that. That's the thing, is people that are being overpaid by Social Security don't know. I always say this as much. For me, I had no idea that I was being overpaid. I honestly still don't know how they derived at that number. I really honestly still, to this day, do not know how they came up with, we overpaid you by $6,394 or whatever the exact amount is. It was just under $6,400. I don't know how they came up with that number, but I kind of ran out of time because I filed the appeal, I filed the waiver, it got denied, and then I was like kind of out of time to pay it back, and I was like, oh, what do I do? So I paid it back and I put it on a credit card. Bad idea. I didn't know, just being fair with you. Got hit with a big fee because I didn't know. But anyway, that whole story I have here from back in September, I shared the story on that. So anyway, this would overall be good. Now, one last side note that I want to throw out really quickly for you is this. These overpayments generally go out to, not strictly, but the majority of the overpayments go out to two specific groups of beneficiaries receive the bulk of these overpayment letters. Guess who they are? I'll tell you. SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance Beneficiaries, and SSI, Supplemental Security Income. Disability and SSI beneficiaries receive